Today I'm going to show you how to create a Google Cloud server. So to get started, you're going to go to cloud.google.com. The great thing about Google Cloud is that they give you $300 in free credits for new customers. If you do happen to run out of these $300, you can always create a new Gmail and then restart the entire process. So you never have to pay a single dime, essentially. So we're going to go to Get Started for Free. I already have all my billing information input, so it brings me directly to the dashboard. But if this is your first time creating an account with this particular Gmail, it's going to prompt you to enter your billing information. Like I said, you get $300 in free credits. They won't charge you unless you have automatic billing set in your account. If you do have that on, then they'll charge you automatically after your credits expire. So we're going to navigate to Compute Engine, VM Instances. If this is your first time loading this page, it's going to take quite a while to load, but just leave it, that's normal. Once it's done loading, you can click Create. So now you're creating your first instance. For the name, it doesn't really matter. That's just more for you to keep track of your different instances. For the region, if you normally bought Canadian sites, you're going to want to stick with North America, Northeast 1, and it'll place this server physically in Montreal. If you normally run for United States releases, then you're going to want to click Northern Virginia. The reason being, a lot of Shopify servers are located in Virginia as well, so this will place your server physically closer to the Shopify servers. For the zone, it doesn't really matter. You can just leave it at US East 4C. So over here, machine configuration, you're basically figuring out the components of your computer server. So if you are just running a normal amount of tasks, maybe like one bot on each server, you can leave it at E2, but you're going to want to change this to 8 vCPU, 32 gigs memory. If you are planning on running multiple bots on that one server, you can change this to, you can use compute optimized. If not, then I would recommend using general purpose. Just keep in mind that Google's default limits on your server creation is 8 vCPU. So you can't go over that. So we're going to go to boot disk. We want to change this. We're going to change operating system to Windows Server. So you never want to use Data Center Core. Always stick with Data Center. It's up to you ultimately which data center you want to run it on. So we can use 2016 Data Center or 2012 Data Center. Under Firewall, you want to make sure you have both of these checked. Once you have all of this set, you can click Create. So if this is your first time creating an instance, you might get an error over here. If you do get a red circle with an exclamation mark in the middle, you'll want to go to Billing and then scroll down. On the side over here, if you do get that error, you should have a upgrade button over here. Just click Upgrade. Once you have that set, you can go back to VM instances. So if there's the green check mark here, this means your instance is running. So it means your server is currently on. Okay, so before you can use your instance, you need to create a Windows password. So this password is going to allow you to connect to your remote desktop and your server. The way to do that is go down to Set Windows Password. So it's going to give you a new password. So it might not let you create it right away. You might have to wait 10 minutes. Sometimes it does let you do that, so you could always just try again if you want to. Yeah, so if you do get that error, just try again and see if it works. So this is my Windows password. So it's very important that you keep this with you, so copy and paste it into your notes, write it down, whatever. Just make sure you keep it, because if you don't have it and you're locked out of your Windows account, your server, you won't be able to get back in. So we're going to copy this, paste it in here just to keep track of it, and then we're going to close it. So if you're on a Mac, you're going to have to download Microsoft Remote Desktop. So scroll down to the Apple Store. I already have it downloaded on my computer, so I don't need to download it again. But if you don't have it, then you just download it. It's free. So now that you have Remote Desktop opened up, you are going to go to this plus sign, click Add PC. For the PC name, you're going to input the external IP address of the instance that you want to connect the server to. So you're going to go over here, copy to clipboard, paste your IP address. Go to user account. You're going to want to add a new user. So you're going to want to add the username of the Windows account that you received that password for. So when you went over here, you clicked Set Windows Password, right? Whatever username they showed you in that little box that was over here, that's the username that you're going to want to put. So for me, it showed as Tess_SneakerApes. You don't need to put a password, you can just input the name. So now this is your server. To enter this server, just double click. Click continue. So for this prompt, the password is going to be that password that we pasted over here. So I'm going to copy it, paste, continue. So now the server is opening up. You can just click no for this. So now that you're into your server, there's a few things that you need to do. You want to go to Add Roles and Features, Next, 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 Next. You want to select .NET Framework 3.5 features. Next, and install. So that can install in the background. You can just minimize this. Next thing you want to do, go to local server. So you want to find IE Enhanced Security Configuration. You want to click both of these to off. And then you can see over here that it says the audio service is not running. If this happens for you as well, you can go over here, Administrative Tools, Services, and then you can find Windows Audio, which will be right over here. Double click on this, go to Startup Type, right over here, and change it to Automatic. And then just click Start. And then once you see that in the bottom right corner, the speaker is fully functional, you can change the volume. You can click OK. You can exit that, exit this. Alright, so that's all we need to do on the server manager right now. So this is still installing. I'm just going to minimize this. So now your server is set up. You can go to Internet Explorer. You can just click Ask Me Later, go to Chrome download. I mean, you can continue using Internet Explorer, but you know, Internet Explorer can get pretty slow sometimes. So if you want to download Chrome, you can do that. So we're just going to click on Download Chrome. Alright, so now that Chrome is finished downloading, you can exit Internet Explorer. You never have to touch that again. You can just use Google Chrome. So now you can do whatever you want in Google Chrome. You can go to your email and then copy and paste your bot download links. And you can download Discord as well if you would like to. It's completely up to you. But the first thing you should probably do is download all the bots that you plan on running on this server. An important thing to note when you're done using your server is to always turn off your server and stop the instance from running. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So once you're done using your instance, you want to go back to Compute Engine VM Instances, go to the instance that is running. It'll have the green check mark beside it. You want to make sure this box is clicked over here. Just go up here and click Stop. You can just click Don't Stop Again. This is basically just a reminder that it's going to stop the instance. So it does take a little bit to close the instance completely, but it's very important because if you leave your server running, you're going to run through your $300 in free credits very quickly. So you want to make sure you're turning off your server every time. Alright, so once you see stopping VM instance succeeded, then you can feel free to close this tab.